Hey everyone, Hans here. Hope everyone's doing well. Today I'm in a car. Couldn't be helped. What can one say? Um, Today I was asked to talk a bit about mercy, and it's not really a term that is on my mind too much, uh, because I rather am the kind of guy mm, who is led by wisdoms, a Slavic wisdom, for example, that I really can appreciate, and that I loosely base my judgments of the world upon, is that a crime permitted is a second crime invited, and that is something that is, well, you might say kind of contrary to merciful, but then again, I consider it being merciful for those who have been victimized. So, in short, I think mercy is something that only a victimized person can give unto the one that committed a crime of some sort, to the victimized. Let's say, and it's also a little bit context based. The example that you could go with is, let's say a thief stole a loaf of bread and ends up being cornered, and then the one who the loaf was stolen from, can basically do whatever he or she wants with the thief, but is then given the option to say, I'll show you mercy. Well, let's say that a discussion follows, and that the thief stole the bread because the thief is starving. Based on that context, the one who was robbed might say, hey, that was still my loaf of bread, but you know what? Fine. Mercy be shown to you. However, if the same situation follows where the loaf of bread was stolen by some guy who is just too lazy to earn his bread, let's say, well, I guess you can still show mercy, but I don't know. Some people will do that, I suppose. I have my own thoughts about that. And I'm gonna leave you with your thoughts. It's not my intention to influence anyone in that field. I just want to discuss the subject of the video. Now imagine though that your bread has been stolen, and a guy shows up, third guy or a girl, whatever, wasn't robbed, doesn't know you, doesn't know the thief, and just says, I forgive you. I forgive you, because that's what you do. Doesn't make much sense now, does it? It's actually quite a scummy move. It's almost like the person in question is siding with the thief and has a deep disrespect towards you, because that mercy comes with it being okay that you get robbed. And unfortunately, in that person's life who asked me about this topic, that person has been in situations like that due to the religious leadership in his or her area. What else can be said about that? I'm gonna stick with it that mercy should be and can only be given by the victimized, and nobody else has any business doing that. Doesn't matter what reason they give, because they think they're oh so wise, or because their favorite singular deity wants it so, or what have you. No. No. Can I add something to that? I suppose a curative that I'll end the video with is that, excuse me for the noise, a curative could be that you separate the honest term of mercy which is something that anyone can do, provided they are victimized as I see it. Again, apologies for the noise. It's, yeah, I guess there's gonna be another one. Maybe I should wait just a moment. It's getting awfully busy even though it's getting darker. Okay, because it's going. Suppose it's okay. Where was I? Oh yeah, curative. You have the honest term, the honest, term where the word is part of a language and it has a certain meaning and that is final. And in the case of mercy, yeah, basically let bygones be bygones. Whatever the context may be and whatever victimized person, whatever was done there, what have you. The curative is to realize that organizations, be they religious, political, whatever, it's jargon. They tend to turn language into jargon. Try to steal the language almost for themselves. And to recognize one from the other may help you, because then you can point it out. When a third party shows up, oh, the third party shows mercy to the thief even though they weren't robbed from the thief, but a lot of other people were robbed. Then you can say, hey, your jargon has no business being used here. And that in and of itself can lead to conversations that may get you out of, may get the thief handled properly as the victimized wanted to be so. Yep, pardon for that as well, I suppose. I hope it's not too loud for you guys. Yeah. I suppose that's the best I can give you. And, it's in many organizations. It's not only the religious, that's only what was happening for this person. But it's all over. Look for, again, I suppose, in attachment to the last video, when you're dealing with artificial tribes, you're gonna see jargon show up sooner or later, more often than not. And that is something that I would argue is wise to shield yourself against preemptively. And that's all you need to do. It's the term FRIF a while ago. There was an organization that tried to use it as a moral cudgel, because if you didn't agree with them, with how they specifically see things, then you aren't FRIF, you aren't following FRIF, and FRIF is an old term. In the honest language, it means, to be good to your kinsman, to your neighbor, to be neighborly, basically, to do right by your own. And they were, can you hear that they are turning the honest word for FRIF into their jargon that they then throw back at people, because they it's a word trap basically. And if you cannot say in that moment, hey, that's just the jargon of your organization and I'm not part of your organization, you're just trying to play little conqueror here, or whatever it's gonna be, or you're just trying to be some dark wizard or whatever you want to call it, as a friend of mine might call it, using spells, then you're gonna be put in a corner where it's like, no, I am friful, and now you have to do what they want because that is supposed to be frif. Rather than when you say, no, it's the way how you use frif is jargon, and it shows that you're basically, you have ill intentions, you have ulterior motives, you are keen on basically bullying people, and then then you can show them, or then you can choose to show them mercy or not, I guess. Yeah, that is all, that's all I can give you there, I think. Yeah, it's been a change of pace. I hope I can be back in the greenery soon. Today it couldn't be helped, I had to be in a car. I may actually have to get out of it soon, because otherwise the people are gonna be questioning why the hell I'm sitting here by myself for that long in the dark at that. So you all have a good one, and talk to you soon. Bye bye.